Are you the kind of person who tends to believe in the words of a stranger, or do you look more deeply into things and analyze different facts to form your own opinion? My purpose today is to persuade you to oppose the flat earth theory. As far back as I can remember, I have never been one to believe in something simply because someone told me it was true. As a child, I never believed in Santa because I knew he wouldn't fit down my chimney. As a soldier, I did not believe in the word of another soldier. I looked up the regulation. As a mother, I do not believe in the things I see on social media. I trust the American Academy of Pediatrics, my pediatrician, the things that I observe in my child to be true, to make decisions on what I think is best for my child based on my critical thinking. In a time where facts are gathered by scrolling through social media, and your opinion is parroted from your favorite TV personality, and we are bombarded every day with images over and over of different things, you can easily lose your ability to think for yourself, to think deeply, to have confidence in what you know to be true. I'll begin by describing the problem, followed by the causes of that problem, and conclude with the solution to that problem. With our roadmap in place, let's begin with the problem. The problem is that some people support the flat earth theory. For example, the Flat Earth Society exists to this day. On their website, there is a forum where people, as early as last month, have been speaking about ways to conduct home experiments to prove that the Earth is flat. Also, the Flat Earth International Conference is an annual event that is scheduled to reoccur this year. In an article written in November of 2018 in the Guardian's website by Josiah Hesse, we learned that 650 people from around the world paid upwards of $350 per ticket to attend this conference. Now that we have explored the problem, let's look at the causes. There are two primary reasons why some people support the flat earth theory. First, many people believe in a very literal interpretation of their religious texts. In an article written November 2018 in The Guardian by Josiah Hesse, members of the Flat Earth International Convention told him that they believed that the earth was flat because they read it in the Bible, and they believed that a literal interpretation of their text is appropriate, and that they could not pick and choose what was true and untrue. However, according to Dr. Faulkner, in his article written on April of 2017, The Answers to the Genesis website, this literal interpretation is false. It has never been supported by the church. And as far back as the days of Aristotle, people knew that the earth was spherical. The Bible is known to be full of imagery and poetic writing, and is not to be seen as a scientific text. Second, there are people who have spread misinformation which is widely believed. In a study conducted for the Scholastic 2010 Kids and Family Reading report, it was found that 39% of children aged 9 to 17 believe that something is true only because they read it online. However, in that same report, Scholastic calls for an increase in logical thinking, the ability to analyze information and recognize fact from fiction. This is more important as the online world grows and impacts more and more of our lives. Now that we have explored the causes, let's look at the solution. The solution which is to oppose the flat earth theory, has two benefits. The first benefit is a better educated population. In 2013, Arne Duncan, the U.S. Secretary of Education, said that a better educated population is linked directly to peace, equality, and better knowledge overall. He also quoted Nelson Mandela, who said, "Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. And we can educate ourselves by increasing our knowledge of our own environment." The second benefit is the ability to think independently. In the article in 2017 entitled "The Importance of Independent Thinking," Anna Martin describes the benefits of thinking independently as having the ability to gain knowledge and confidence. She goes on to say that someone who thinks independently is more likely to stand up for themselves. In conclusion, the best way to educate yourself and to validate your knowledge is by using critical thinking. Let's review what we've learned today. First, we learned that the problem is that some people support the flat earth theory. People are still attracted to and participate in the Flat Earth Society and the Flat Earth International Convention. Next, we learned that there are two primary reasons why some people support the flat earth theory. Many people choose to interpret their religious texts in an extremely literal fashion, even though we've known since the age of Aristotle that the earth is spherical, and that religious texts are not always to be taken literally. Also, with an increase of digital information presented to us and a tendency towards believing what we see, the ability to think critically is more important than it has ever been. Finally, we learned that the solution, which is to oppose the flat earth theory, offers two benefits. They are a population of better educated, independent thinkers. Keeping in mind all the information that we receive every day and the small clips that tell us what to think, how to act, how to behave, and that the spread of ideas is insane, irrational, as the flat earth theory exists, we have a responsibility to look deeper, to analyze what we can see and form our own independent thought.